You're standing in line at the coffee shop, phone in hand. You open the banking app. There it is, the number, the magic figure you told yourself would fix everything. Maybe it's 10,000, maybe it's 100. For a second, your chest loosens, the knot in your stomach unties. You think, okay, I made it. Now I can breathe. You order the extra shot of espresso. You don't even check the price. That's the high. That's the dopamine hit of perceived safety. But here's the catch. The second you feel stable, the world leans in. The car lease email hits your inbox. The credit card pre-approval arrives. Your friends start talking about the vacation spot they're booking. The system isn't designed for you to stay at stable. It's designed for you to move to spent. You think hitting the number is the finish line. It's not. It's the starting gun for a whole new race where the rules change, the stakes get higher, and most people hand the money right back without realizing why. They trade stability for status. They stop trying to be rich and start trying to look rich. And that is exactly when everything falls apart. My name's Ted Yellow. Welcome to There's a Catch. I'm obsessed with how money actually works, not how influencers say it works. We're here to strip away the guilt and look at the mechanics. Quick disclaimer, this is education and entertainment only, not financial advice. I'm not an advisor. Consult a pro before making big moves. Now, let's talk about why looking rich keeps you poor. Let's break down the phases. Phase 1 is the grind. This is scarcity mode. You watch every penny. You say no to dinners. You feel poor. Phase 2 is the shift. You get a raise or save a chunk. Suddenly, the scarcity pain vanishes, but the external pressure spikes. This is where the psychological traps kick in. You think, I've suffered enough, now I reward myself. But the reward is usually a liability disguised as a treat. The system incentives are tuned for this. Banks don't make money on your savings account. They make money on your turnover. Apps are designed to reduce friction between want and buy. When you stop trying to look rich, you break the contract. You refuse to participate in the signaling game. But your brain still craves the dopamine of the upgrade. You have to manually override the instinct that says spend money to feel safe. It feels counterintuitive to drive a boring car when you have cash in the bank, but that boredom is the price of freedom. The rich tax no one calls a tax is the cost of maintaining an image. When you drop the image, you drop the tax. Then there are the external shifts. Friends expect you to pick up the tab. Family asks for loans. Because you look stable, you become the ATM. If you look rich, you're a resource. If you look broke, you're a peer. When you stop trying to look rich, you have to get comfortable disappointing people who are only interested in your spending power. That's the emotional hit. It's easier to buy the round of drinks than to say, I'm saving. So we spend to keep the peace. But peace bought with debt is just expensive anxiety. Let's look at the numbers. If you spend $50,000 on a car, it's worth $25,000 in 3 years. That's a $25,000 loss. If you invest that $50,000 at a conservative 7% return, it's $61,000 in 3 years. The gap isn't just the money, it's the opportunity cost. Vanguard reports show investor behavior gaps cost people nearly 1.5% of returns annually because they panic, buy, or sell. But the real killer is lifestyle creep. If you save the difference between looking rich and being stable, the compound growth does the heavy lifting. Boring wins long term. The math doesn't care about your leather seats. Meet Alex and Jordan. Both make $80,000. Alex needs everyone to know it. Lease on the BMW, designer clothes, brunch every Sunday. Alex's net worth is negative $10,000. Alex looks like a millionaire, but sleeps with one eye open. Jordan drives a 10-year-old Honda, wears generic clothes, puts the difference into index funds. Jordan's net worth is $150,000. Jordan looks like a teacher, but sleeps like a baby. 5 years later, Alex is still grinding, trapped by the payments. Jordan has options. Jordan can quit a toxic job. Alex can't. Alex is owned by the lifestyle. Jordan owns the life. This isn't about being cheap. It's about buying freedom instead of things. The statistic here is stark. The majority of millionaires in the U.S. live in homes worth less than $500,000. They aren't showing off, they're building. When the economy dips, Alex panics. One missed payment and the house of cards falls. When the economy dips, Jordan barely notices. The buffer is there. Alex is playing a game of perfection. One mistake and game over. Jordan is playing a game of probability. Over time, victory is almost guaranteed. Alex is exhausted. Jordan is bored. And in finance, bored is better than exhausted. So, here's the playbook. Number 1, set a floor. Decide what enough looks like for safety, not status. Number 2, build a growth layer. Automate investments before you see the money. Number 3, create an options layer. Cash that lets you say no. Number 4, be suspicious of sales. If it's marketed to you, you're the product. The mindset shift is simple. Money isn't for showing, it's for options. Every dollar spent on looking rich is a dollar of freedom sold. When you see an ad, ask, who gets rich if I buy this? Usually, it's not you. When you feel the urge to upgrade, wait 30 days. If the feeling passes, it was marketing. If it stays, it's a need. Most of the time, it's just noise. You have to be the guardian of your own stability. No one else will do it. The bank won't, the algorithm won't. It's on you. So take the win. Keep the old car. Wear the old watch. Let people think what they want. Their opinion doesn't pay your bills. Your balance does. The real catch is protect your first 100,000 like it's the floor, not the finish line. Stop trying to look rich. Start trying to be free. Thanks for watching.